First, I would like to say thank you for the organizers for giving me an opportunity for speaking on chili, especially an overview of Byadagi chili breeding in UHS Bagalkot. Here, these are some of the agendas I would like to put before the house here. Already earlier speakers have given the introduction for this crop, but here I would like to say one point here, because already this crop is becomes an industrial crop because of its cheapest. This is the chili is the cheapest source for the heat as well as the color. So many of the industries are depending on the chili, especially even beverage industry is also depending on the chili now because of the color as well as the heat value. And coming to the species, the cultivated species, these are the 5 cultivated species which are originated and domesticated in different regions in the New World, and then it is introduced to the Old World very recently during 15th century onwards by the New World people while their navigation and as well as the invading to the Old World. Especially India is now one of the richest source because of our varied agroclimatic condition as well as the taste of the Indian people, those who have selected, as well as the mechanism of the pollination of this chili. That these 3 factors have influenced for increasing the diversity in chili, especially in India. Among them, these are the chilies, especially the India. For their taste, the farmers have, earlier our ancestors have selected their own varieties and cultivating since many decades in their particular locations. So that especially in India, we have about 16 GI varieties based on their taste and all they have cultivated since many decades in those areas. And among them, our Byadagi is one of the GI crop in, especially this is from the Karnataka. And here I would like to highlight 3 issues in the, particularly for the state of Karnataka, for area, production and productivity. See, we can see here this 1.3 lakh hectare area in chili cultivation, particularly for the dry chili. Here, almost more than 50% of the dry chili area is in kharif condition. First one. Second is more than 50% of the dry chili area is in rainfed condition. Third one is more than 50% of the dry chili area is with the traditional variety. That is particularly mainly means about our Byadagi variety, Byadagi variants only. Because of this reason, our productivity is, Karnataka productivity is less than the national and as well as the global average. So that these are the issues where we can intervene to increase the production and productivity in the state of Karnataka. Next here, I already said no, the area under cultivation of the Byadagi in the dry chili, the major is with the Byadagi variants. Then what is the Byadagi chili? Already our Gadigimat sir and previous speakers have already explained about the Byadagi chili. This Byadagi chili is originated and acclimatized by the farmers of Haveri district. There, this particular Haveri district comes under the transitional tract of northern transitional tract of our Karnataka agroclimatic zones, where the major area is with the rainfed situation. And that to suit their the purpose, the earlier farmers, they are to escape from the climatic vagaries. This particular variety was selected to suit for the different cropping systems like intercrop as well as the mixed cropping system. So this, because of its erect growth habit, already Gadigimat sir has explained about the growth habit. It is very much suitable to cultivate under the intercrop and mixed cropping system. So it was cultivating because of this reason to overcome the vagaries of the climatic condition, and the value of this one, particularly it is having the highly commercial importance in the market because of its color, like high color and high color retention capacity and low pungency, as well as the characteristic aroma. This is very peculiar character of our Byadagi chili. This particular character is only expressing if it is grown in this particular tract. This is the northern transitional tract, so that this is having the GI tag for the Karnataka. And next, already this one, no, the particular temperature. for the expression of these characteristics, the warm and humid climatic condition during the vegetative growth, and dry climate during the fruit ripening stage. And the temperature in between 20 to 38 degrees Celsius is very ideal for the expression of these characters. And rainfall is a very well distributed rainfall across the cropping period, about 500 to 800 millimeter. This is very much prevailing in our northern transitional tract. And the soil pH between slightly towards the acidic, about 5.5 to 6.5, and rich with the potassium. These are the requirement for the expression of the Byadagi varieties and Byadagi quality characters. Next, please next. We can see the, we can find the many of the variants in the Byadagi chili, especially in the market as well as in the cultivators field. Among them, there are two important ones. One is the Byadagi Kaddi and Byadagi Debbi. These are the diversities mainly because of the fruit morphology, maybe thick, thin, and intermediate like that. Among these, Byadagi Kaddi and Byadagi Debbi, they based on this one. Kaddi means the very linear and thin one, and it measures up to 15 centimeter long. And it is also having very wrinkles, prominent wrinkles over the fruit surface, and it is medium pungent one, so that it is consuming for the dual purpose, both green as well as the dry purpose. But Byadagi Debbi, it is mainly using for the dry purpose, especially many of the industries, they are depending upon this cultivar only, because high color and high color retention capacity, and it is very low pungent one, so that it is mixing or using for the blending purpose. And another important variety, that variant, Devanur Deluxe, it is also having very prominent area for the under the cultivation. And this character of this Devanur Deluxe is in between the about two, Kaddi and Debbi, even size as well as the quality characters. And also we can find some of the variants like Nulvi Debbi, Kusgal Debbi, Antur Bantur, even Annigiri Deluxe. These are all the variants which are selected either of the Kaddi and Debbi, and they are cultivating since many decades, and they are using in the particular villages and the region, so that they are using using their villages names to call it their variety for the naming purpose, so that Nulvi Debbi, Nulvi Kusgal Debbi, like that. And nowadays, already earlier speakers have explained the deterioration of the quality characters. Especially 1990 decade onwards, and how the irrigation facilities improved among the farming community, these particular varieties cultivation was stopped by the farmers, and then they have shifted to the high yielding varieties and hybrids, and in the place of Byadagi chili. So that these Byadagi varieties, and also the supply of the substandard seeds by the some of the seed suppliers, that is also one of the reason. And these quality characters, what we studied, the quality characters, they are all controlled by the recessive polygenes. So these Byadagi chili quality characters have deteriorated. Then our university and government of Karnataka, we initiated the purification of the variety. Already our sir, Gadgimat sir, told, and already we did, sir. And in this one, we did a very systematic collection and evaluated, and then selected some of the stable lines for the characters of the both Kaddi and Debbi in the HREC Devasar under UHS Bagalkot. Especially in Kaddi, about 256 different variants which were collected from the different sources like farmers field, even markets, and even some of the institute who are involved in the chili research. From them we have collected and evaluated for 6 to 7 years. And then in that, we selected about 18 Kaddi types, very prominent and allied chili lines, Kaddi lines. Then we evaluated for the characters as well as the yield. And those lines we already submitted to the NBPGR and got the IC number for them. And also we are multiplying those seeds and supplying to the farming community. And simultaneously in the same Byadagi Debbi also, we about 288 different variants we collected from the farmers field and different sources. Those also we evaluated for the yield as well as the quality. In them also about 17 allied lines we selected and deposited to NBPGR and collected, got the IC number. And also those lines are also we are supplying to the farming community based on their requirement. This is the performance of our elite lines. We can see the range of yield, 0.98 to 2.39 ton per hectare for the dry chili yield. And the quality characters are almost very near to our traditional variety. These are elite lines. And these are the images of our elite chili lines, Kaddi. And this is the performance of the Byadagi Dabbi elite lines, about from 0.58 to 1.83 ton dry chili yield. And these are the images of them. Like this, usually, until it gets the fruit setting, we are waiting and then we are observing the plant, then we are removing the off types, and like that we are doing the exercises and then selecting the ideal ones, sir. And another important project we are having, it is very continuous project in HRSC Devasur. In this, already 3 open pollinated varieties and one F1 hybrid we developed for the green as well as the dry chili segment. And this is the very popular variety among the farming community because of its color as well as the yield in both the rain-fed and irrigated regime. And this is one Shuka, it is for the green chili segment. This is Sankara, it is dual purpose, both green as well as the dry chili. And another program, the breeding program, mutation breeding. In this, we developed 2 mutant for the, especially the deciduous character, that is means the easily separable character. And it is very useful for the industrial purpose. Directly they can use. So those lines, they have shown the stability for the yield as well as the quality characters. And then we submitted to the PPFRA for getting registration as well as the notification. Very recently, the dust characters of these lines have published in the PVJ, 19th volume of the 2025. And please show the video. This is how it is very directly in the red ripening stage, this particular trait is expressing, and it is easily detached from the plant without stock, so that directly they can use for the processing, ready to use. And it is almost concentrated fruit setting. Sir, one harvesting and very 90% of the fruits are by in the first harvest we can complete the crop. This is the dry. It is also there, sir. Next. The Siddha one is erect bearing habit, and Siddha 2 is pendant bearing habit, sir. And both are expressing the same character. They can directly use for the processing. And this is the grouping character of these lines. And another hybridization experiment. In this also we developed about 31 pedigree genotypes for the different characters. In them about 5 to 6 lines are in the pipeline for the release for the both green and dry chili. and this is how we are handling the segregating population. And also is identified some of the superior segregants in the breeding material, and we are maintaining them and using for the different purpose. And also we identified some of the primers for the characters which are expressing in the later stage of the crop, so that we can early recognize the genotypes in the early stage of the crop, so that we can screen. And also we principal coordinate analysis we also did for the Byadagi variants. About 295 lines we collected from the different sources, and those lines were clustered in the different coordinates, and it indicates that the genetic differentiation by the geographical origin, and it shows that. And this is the strength of our HREC Devasur and UHS Bagalkot. Whatever the lines we are having in them, about 47.7% advanced lines are there, and about 16% anthracnose resistant lines are there, and 15% leaf curl resistant lines, and 15% mosaic resistant, and about 7% lines are identified as the best parents for the hybrid production. And these are some of the lines we submitted at NBPGR for the different traits and as a genetic stock, and especially the Chilli venal mottle virus and the easy separable character. And these are the certificates. And also we did very good extension activity to reach the farming community with our production technology as well as the varietal, and through that we almost reached about 25,000 farmers from the different extension activities across the university, maybe through the training programs, field days, state level seminars and field demonstrations. Through these things we conducted trainings, and all these showcased our technologies and also other technologies. We reached maximum farmers, and also seed production activities also taking place in the university. Through this also we did a very good seed replacement activity, so that this activity has influenced to increase the production and productivity of the state of Karnataka. Not only our share is more than the others, but our university has made a great impact on increasing the productivity in the state of Karnataka. Maybe private hybrids also have given the impact on this one, but we extended, given the extension activity to increase the productivity, so that you can see the 2010 data. 0.8 ton per hectare is the productivity. In 23-24, about 85% productivity is increased because of the work of all of you and our university. So that this is proudly we can say. And this is the conclusion that the Byadagi chili still it is even having the global value, but the maintenance of the quality is still challenge for us. And breeding, this one molecular work and even mutation breeding, they have supported us to develop the technology in the UHS Bagalkot. And another important apprehension as well as the conclusion is, in the market still from the university side as well as from the private side, even though the quality is on par with our Byadagi variety, we are facing the price for our newly bred hybrids or variety, because of there is something is needed. Means the intervention is needed from the government side to solve this problem, so that it will be helpful for both private and public varieties. Thank you, sir. And next is the acknowledgement for the university as well as PPO Pore, and special thanks to my team of the HREC Devasur and students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Prabhu Ajjappalavara. Any quick one question? Okay, please.
Hello. Sir, a very good presentation, and that Siddha 1, Siddha 2 were very impressive to see those. Actually, my question is, what is the maximum asta you observed in your germplasm?
Maximum asta?
Maximum asta.
Asta about, it is no, sir. Asta, already some of the speakers have expressed. Asta is depending upon the cultural practices of the farmers as well as the breeders. Okay. Now, if we retain the fruits until it dries in the plant itself, we can get more asta than the red wet harvest.
Okay,
about 350 to 400.
At Devi Hosur,
up to 400 asta we noticed, sir.
Okay, next.
Because in the morning we seen from the Gadgi Mat, sir, that they present in 502. Asta. That's why I asked.
Thank you. But this is what up to 400 Asta we reported in our germ plasma.
Fresh red or dried at the plant itself?
No, dried in the plant itself only.
Okay.